Hello everyone and welcome to another Maths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing Form 5 Additional Mathematics Chapter 5 Probability Distributions Long Question Example 3. Okay, before that, please like this video to show your support and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Okay, let me read the question now. The lengths of fish caught from a fish pond are normally distributed with a mean of 50 cm and a variance of 36 cm square. Calculate the probability that a fish caught will have a length of more than 55 cm and the percentage of fish caught that have lengths between 44 cm and 62 cm. So this is the oral question. So I hope that you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, a big thumbs up to you guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions. So without further delay, let us start to solve the question. Before we move on to the discussion of the question part A, okay, I just want to let you know that in this question, we are mainly focused about the normal distribution. Not only for this question, but also for the upcoming two questions. Okay, so if you haven't know anything about normal distribution, no worries. I've included the notes in the link above, so you can click on that video. In that particular video, I've teach how to read the Z table, guys, because Z table is very important in order to calculate the probability in this case by using the normal distribution. So please do watch that video, okay, so that you'll get a better understanding in order to solve for the next three questions. Okay, so back to the question. So let us proceed our discussion for the question part A. Okay, whenever you wanted to solve any question regarding normal distribution, the first step on what you need to do is you need to identify the mean and the standard deviation. Okay, that is a must, guys. Okay, so in the question they've already give us the mean of 50 cm. So let us write it down here. So from here, mean, okay, which you can write in the symbol of mu, is equals to 50 cm. Okay, so this is the first information. And the second information you need to find is the standard deviation. But then the question gave us variance of 36 cm square. So how to find the standard deviation? It is very simple. You just square root the variance value. You should able to get the standard deviation value. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so from here, standard deviation where you can write in terms of the symbol sigma will be equals to 6 cm. Okay, so how I get this 6? I square root this 36 cm square because this 36 cm square is a variance. So in order to find the standard deviation, you need to square root the variance. Okay, so I hope you guys are clear about this. So these two information is a must, guys. Okay, so this is the step 1. Okay, once you're okay with the step 1, then we can proceed to the step 2, where we can find the respective Z value based on the given X value. Okay, in this question, our X value is actually equals to 55 cm. Okay, so this is our X value, guys. Okay, so to calculate the Z value, we do have our formula where we can use this formula where Z is equals to x minus mu, you divide with sigma. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, let me underline the fraction and box the formula. Okay, so from here the x variable is 55. Okay, the mu mean over here is 50 and our standard deviation here is 6 cm. Okay, we can use all this information to calculate our Z value. Okay, that will be our second step, guys. Okay, so from here the Z value will be equals to 55 minus 50. Okay, and then you divide with 6. Okay, let me underline the fraction. Okay, so you calculate this, you should get answer approximately 0.833 Okay, when you key in your calculator, if you see a long decimal value, try to get the values up to the 3 decimal place. Okay, there is a reason guys why I'm saying up to 3 decimal place. Okay, because when you're referring into the Z table, so you'll get a more accurate answer. Okay, so from here this will be our second step guys, where we get the Z value. Okay, let me underline this. Okay, once we get the Z value, the third step on what we need to do is we need to sketch the bell curve. Okay, that will be our third step. So please give me some time guys for me to sketch the bell curve. Okay, so this is how your bell curve should look like guys. Okay, the reason why it's shaded towards the right hand side, because they're asking for the probability of the given value should be more than, okay, not less than guys. Okay, so that is the reason it is shaded in the right hand side. Okay, since we have converted this 55x into the Z score over here. Okay, so from here we're going to use this Z value to calculate the probability. So from here equals to probability of your Z value. Okay, since it is shaded towards the right hand side of the bell curve, it should be more than 0.833. Okay, so from here how are we going to continue? Okay, so from here how we're going to continue is, so we're going to convert this probability value into the upper trail value, where we're going to include here Q in a bracket 0.833. okay, regardless of positive or negative value, you should include this step guys. Okay, it is very important. So from here what we're going to do is we're going to use the Z table in order to calculate the respective probability for 0.833. okay, let me open the Z table now. Okay, so this is how your Z table should look like guys. Okay, so from here we're going to calculate the probability of 0.833. as you can see here, this is the value of 0.8. okay, so this is the value of the second decimal value, which is 0.03. okay, since you have the third decimal value, so you need to include this number as well. Okay, as you can see here, this series of numbers is for the third decimal values. Okay, so from here you calculate this number first. So from here 0.83 you should get is 0.2033. okay, you include the calculation over here, 0.2033. okay, so this 3 over here, you pull it down in line with the 0.8 over here. So you pull it down, you should get number 8. okay, then you might wondering why there is a subtract over here. Okay, there is a reason. So this 8 you're going to minus with the last digit of the respective probability number. Okay, in this case you need to minus with the 33. okay, since 3 is less than 8, you need to minus with 33 over here. Okay, this is the last digit guys. Okay, so from here this will be your calculation guys. So 0.2033 you minus with 0.0008. so you calculate this, you should get your answer is 0.2025. okay, just in case if the question didn't have the third decimal value, okay, you erase this. Okay, for example, you calculate, you get 0.83 as your Z value. So this will be your final answer, 0.2033. But in this case, you have the 3 decimal values. So 0.8, 3 and 3 over here. So this Z values from 0 to 9 is up to the second decimal value. And from here onwards, where from 1 to 9, this value is for the third decimal value. Okay, so I hope you guys are clear about this guys on how to read the Z table. So from here you should get the probability value is 0.2025. okay, back to our main discussion. Okay, let me open this. So from the Z table you calculate, you should get your probability 0.2025. okay, so let me underline the solution for the question part A. Okay, Let us proceed our discussion for the question part B now. For the question part B, we are required to calculate the percentage of fish caught that have lengths between 44 cm and 62 cm. Since we are still discussing the main question, okay, the mean value and the standard value doesn't change at all, guys. It's still fixed with the 50 cm and 6 cm. Okay, so in this case, step 1 clear. So the only step we need to do is we need to find the respective z values based on the given x values. Okay, in this case you have two x values over here. Okay, the first x value is 44, okay, and the second x value is 62. So from here you need to calculate two z values in this case. Okay, so that will be our main step now, guys. Okay, so let me scroll this down. Let us calculate our first z value. So from here, z1 is equals to 44 minus 50, okay, and then you divide with 6. Let me underline the fraction. Okay, you calculate this, you should get your z1 value is equals to negative 1, or you can write negative 1.0. Okay, so this is your first z value. Okay, now let us continue to calculate our second z value. So from here, z2 will be equals to 62 minus with 50, okay, and then you divide with 6. Let me underline the fraction. Okay, so from here you calculate this, you should get your z2 is equals to 2, or you can write 2.0. Okay, let me underline the z2 value. Okay, so from here, once you have calculated the respective z values, so now what you need to do is you need to sketch the bell curve. Okay, so please give me some time, guys, for me to sketch the bell curve. Okay, so this is how your bell curve should look like, guys. Okay, this is a shaded region between negative 1 and 2. Okay, since you are finding the values where your length should be in between 44 and 62 centimeter, where you have already converted the 44 and 62 into the respective z values. So this is the area of the shaded region that we are looking for. Okay, so from here we are required to find the probability of negative 1 less than z, and your z should be less than 2. Okay, so from here your z value should be more than negative 1 and the same time should be less than 2. So that is the meaning behind this, guys. Okay, so from here, how to calculate this type of probability? Okay, remember, guys, the total area under the graph is 1. So from here, what you're going to do is 1, you're going to minus with the probability where your z in this case is less than negative 1, okay, which in this case is the unshaded region over here. Okay, and then you minus with the probability of the z value more than 2, okay, which in this case is this part over here. So you minus them up, you should get the area of the shaded region, which in this case is the probability value. Okay, so from here you convert this into the upper trail value 1, you minus with the Q1, okay, and then minus with the Q2. Okay, so from here let us calculate the z value for 1 and 2 respectively by using the z table. Okay, let me open the z table again. Okay, so let me erase this. Okay, so from here 1.0 is 0.1587, Okay, this is the value. I hope it is clear. Okay, and then the 2.0 is 0.0228. So this is the value of 2.0. Okay, this is how you read using the Z table. Okay, so from here back to our main discussion. So from here, since you get the Z value, so you include it over here. So 1 minus with 0.1587 minus with 0.0228. Okay, you calculate this, you should get your probability value 0.8185. Okay, but this is not your final answer, guys. You still have one last step which you need to calculate the percentage. Okay, so how to calculate the percentage? So this 0.8185 you times with 100%. Okay, times with 100%, you should get your final answer is 81.85%. Okay, what does this mean, guys? Okay, this 81.85% indicating that this is the chances for the event where you should get your length of fish in between 44 centimeter and 62 centimeter. So the chances of this event occur is 81.85%. Okay, so let me underline the solution for the question part B. Okay, so that is all for the step-by-step working and solution for this question. I hope you understand the full working that I've shown to you. If you like this video, please give your thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future, and not to forget to share this video. Any comments, feedbacks or questions, feel free to put down in the comment section, guys. Thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.